We're the KNC Masterpiece right here on 105.3 The Fan. And right now, it's time for Masterpiece of the Week.
She said, list this.
This is the part where you say hello to us, Jacob.
Yeah, Jacob, it's your turn.
How's it going, man?
Your time to shine.
I'm doing great. So, Masterpiece of the Week happens every Friday. It's the time of the week where we go through audio that has happened throughout the week and maybe taken out of context, and it's at times concerning. And I was told yesterday that we have a tradition on this program where we like to pick on people who are not here.
That's true.
Are you going to pick on Alec?
So Alec thinks he's safe, but what he doesn't know is that I listen to the show too. So this I heard from him and didn't really know what to think about it.
I will make a good comment if it smells good.
That just sounds like he's a gentleman.
Yeah, it sounds like you like sniffing people.
Man, can I tell you, somebody asked if they needed forgiveness because they said their hot boss had just went to lunch and they sniffed her chair.
That's concerning.
So you've seen the movie Slackers, right?
I have.
Where Jason Schwartzman makes a hair doll.
Yes,
out
because
of
he's crazy.
James King's hair, and it was crazy. And he also made a nickname for his friend. It was Laser. That's you are forgiven for sniffing your boss's chair. However, since you did it,
You probably shouldn't.
don't tell them. I was going to say, go.
Oh my God, definitely don't tell them.
Alex said he compliments if it smells good. So if you smelled the boss's chair and it smelled good, do you compliment or not?
No.
Would Gavin Spittle be like, Corey, don't ever talk to me again?
Yeah, if you went into him or Tim's office and was like, I smell your chair when you left, that feels like an HR violation.
If it smells extremely bad, I mean, do you consider that cause for concern and maybe, as a coworker?
No, you shouldn't be smelling people's chairs.
I see where you're going with this, though, Jacob. This makes sense because then you got to be like, hey, maybe you need to see a doctor about something.
Okay, because you'll have to tell them because I smelt your chair. Next.
All right, so that was kind of the exception of the week. I think this is going to be a interesting Masterpiece of the Week because usually the producer has heard all these clips. But for today, this is going to be our first time all hearing them. So this one is from Sean. It is titled Schottenheimer.
Is this the same size as what I gave Schottenheimer?
Wow.
Remember I threw the lime at him. I threw the lime at him during crosstalk, and he said, yeah. They had a 90-minute meeting.
Only Sean would know.
Yeah.
I guess Shoddy would know.
Shoddy.
All right, up next, this one's from Kevin. He said it's titled Long One.
Let's run this a little extra.
Do the long one.
Kevin likes them long.
See, and that's the tough thing sometimes, I think, for ladies and men, is you don't know. Like, if it gets to that level, then it's a gamble. Maybe they take off their pants and you're like, oof, that's disappointing.
I thought you were talking about like a difference between a 5K and a 10K.
Oh, I assumed that the implication with the way it was edited, it was as if I was talking about a penis.
Or a penix. I mean, either or.
All right.
All right, let's jump over to Corey here. This one is titled Cattle.
No, we punch cattle here in Texas. It's true. Have you never heard the term punching cattle?
No.
You've never heard that term before.
Are you looking it up right now to make sure you got it right?
Yeah.
I thought you were making fun of Eagles fans when they punch those horses.
Punching cattle is a historical term for cowboys using long poles and sticks, the long ones, to nudge or guide cattle, especially when herding or loading them onto trains.
Sounds too violent.
Take your word for it.
Yeah, I don't think you're actually punching them.
No, that's what I'm saying. The terminology sounds too violent for the action.
So, are you doing that? Are you canceling cow punchers?
No.
The Cattlemen of America are listening to this show right now.
I am not canceling any farmers or cattlemen or anything because they help keep this country going. Thank you very much.
Text in right now if you're a cattleman that's offended by Kevin.
I just said I support you.
That kind of sounds like something that would be in like a North Dakota State offensive lineman's draft profile.
Yeah.
That he punched cattle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Him and Bob Lilly. Yeah. I'm with you.
All right, up next, Kevin, high school prom. This one's kind of intriguing.
Hey, I'm an adult and I went to a high school prom.
Yep.
If you're not the chaperone, what are you doing there?
Well, you didn't say in the clip you were the chaperone.
Oh yeah, that was about another station too, wasn't it? Look into that story.
Up next, we got Corey. This one's titled Fingers.
You're basically using your fingers as the toys.
Oh, wow.
Here's the problem.
Not everybody can afford the fancy toys.
That's true. Inflation.
I forgot what that was in regards to. But I do feel like it was.
Do you think on the farm an ear of corn would work?
Yeah, you can eat corn. Yes, absolutely. It's okay. I don't know if you can eat it right off the stalk, or if you have to cook it first. I've never actually eaten stalk corn before. I feel like it wouldn't taste good.
Like it's like eating gravel.
That sounds pretty hard everywhere. I got you.
All right, up next, Kevin. This one's titled Enormous.
That thing was freaking enormous. That's, again, part of the gamble. That could be the other side of it.
I understand.
It could be probably too big.
Gosh, now I understand. Now I'm getting it right now.
I'm really starting to sense a theme here from Corey. This next one's titled Junk.
I crushed in middle school. All right, my teachers did not have the respect for my junk.
That's it. That's
my jokes is what I meant.
Corey.
I had really good jokes. And Miss Hill just did not respect it enough. Neither did Miss Wrangler.
No, I think they respected it appropriately.
Miss Adams, like they all had.
Man, you
Dr.
remember
Preston.
a lot of your middle school teachers' names.
Dr. Preston would send me out to the patio every day. Every day I'd walk into class and she'd go, "You need to spend 5 minutes out there." And I'd be like, "Why?" She's like, "You know why." No, I don't. And then one day, because my mom she worked in the office. She worked in the front office at the middle school. And she came over and was like, "Corey, what are you doing out here?" And I was like, "She literally just puts me out here for no reason every day." And I had to argue with that with my mom for a while.
Cool. All right, up next, Kevin, in this clip, was a concerned parent.
For the parents who were concerned that they couldn't fit it in that kid's bedroom, they're probably right, because that thing looked amazing. All right, I know what this is about.
Car bed.
This is but
everybody wanted one.
Yes, for sure. It was about the G.I. Joe USS flag.
Yeah, that thing was.
But
enormous.
I realize out of context, that sounded very.
The 817. This segment is cinema. I hope that you have your popcorn. Speaking of corn,
or their corn on the cob, their raw corn on the cob. All right, last but not least, this one's from Corey and Choppy talking about, does size matter?
That's a little bit girthier.
You think so?
Yeah.
Oh, really? Yeah. It was smaller than that?
Well, it was longer, but it was skinny.
Okay.
Wow.
I think we were talking about the lime again.
Don't say that word if you're talking about a lime.
It was longer lime.
That's so weird. Okay, look, obviously, I am going to vote for Corey's middle school joke junk that he said.
I crushed in middle school. All right, my teachers did not have the respect for my junk. What's really crazy about that is that was a good rant too, and it got broken up by me miswording words. But I'm going to vote for that too. That's my vote for today. Yeah, I don't usually do this, but that's what I'm voting for.
Well, I mean, I'm not gonna be lame and make it 3-0. So I'm gonna vote Corey's fingers.
You're basically using your fingers as the toys. And see, you can hear me trail off as the toy. Gosh, I knew I'd gotten there.
Corey gets a clean sweep with all the votes. His middle school rant is the winner for Masterpiece of the Week.